Hi, I'm excited to be recording today. You gave me a reason to put on something other than pajamas or sweatpants during this whole stay-at-home thing. So I have lots of knitting to show you. I've kind of veered off from my normal knitting stuff and gone on to a little bit of Easter stuff. So I think I have a bunch of stuff in my bag. I haven't really prepared for this recording very well. I'm just going to grab the stuff out of my bag and show you what's in it. But first, I'm going to let you know my name is Gabie, and I have a few patterns on Ravelry and Love Knitting, and this is one of them. It's called Lule. I think I've talked about it before, but I'm not 100% sure. It is out of Sweet Georgia Yarns in a fingering weight, merino. This is called Cranberries in the Snow, and I'm not sure what the tonal is called. Like I said, I think I showed it in a previous video, and I'll try to link it down below. But I worked really hard on the pattern, and I have multiple sizes. It's knit top down, raglan style, with lace on the front and the back. And it's comfy and perfect for this spring weather. So, the next thing, you might be able to hear my kids in the background. One of them is singing. I guess the first thing I'll show you guys is what I'm starting for Easter. I decided at the last minute, since I couldn't go shopping, to knit Easter bunnies for my kids. Now this, for me, this is Tuesday before Easter, so I don't have a lot of time. So hopefully I'll be able to finish. And I found a free pattern. I'll write what it is down below. I don't think that I have the name of it. I searched Easter Bunny on Ravelry, and I found this. So I haven't finished any of my bunnies because I'm waiting on stuffing. I ordered stuffing from Joann Fabrics, and I'm really hoping that it comes. If it doesn't come, then I'll have to stuff it maybe with fabric scraps or something like that. So currently I have one bunny's body done. So here's this little bunny tail. And this is the side of the bunny. I think it looks pretty cute. I think it will look cute. I think I'm gonna block its ears because they're a little bit stiff and they kind of curl in. And I'd like them to be a little, kind of show the ear a little more, as opposed to just being curled up. This is 100% wool that I'm working with, and this was, I think, from the fabric store, like from Joann's maybe a while ago. I just looked in my stash to see what I had. I think the little tail is cute. So this is the bottom side of it. So it has like kind of the top of the bunny leg here, the back leg, and then you make all four legs separate. So these are the two back legs. So I think, I don't know how they attach. Maybe something like that. And then you make two front legs. And of course attach them to the front of the bunny. So we'll see how that turns out. I think it'll be cute. I even ordered eyes, so I'm hoping they come before Easter too. It wouldn't take long to finish it up once I get the supplies, but I think this is all I can do until I get stuffing. And then I have 3 kids. I don't know if I'm going to make my son one or not. It's going to depend on timing, I guess. I might be able to. So I started my other one out of this dark color. And it was going well, and it's really soft. It's from Knit Picks, the Swish Merino and worsted weight. but then I ran out. I thought I had more than I did, so I had to switch to the other color. So this is its little tail. I was happy to have the tail in the light color, but now his whole bottom is light, and his ears are light, and all of his feet are light, going to be light. I'm in the process of knitting the first front leg. The pattern's fairly easy to follow. She has pictures, and when you start seaming it, you really kind of have to look at the pictures. And also for the tail, I'm still not 100% sure if I did the tail exactly right, but it looks cute, so it works. But you start at the nose and you knit over and around and down to the tail, and then you pick up stitches from like here to here, and then knit this underside and then seam it along the edges. And I was actually supposed to leave an opening in the side, but I forgot to. So I'm gonna have to stuff it at the nose. But yeah, like I said, it's fairly easy to follow, I guess. But if you've never done short rows, it could be really tricky. She uses increases and decreases as well as short rows to shape like the hip part of the bunny. It kind of sticks out. So I would suggest refreshing your memory on short rows before doing it. But I'm excited if they turn out. I think they're going to be cute. I ordered both stuffing and the little beads you put in, like a Beanie Baby type thing. And I really wanted to put like the beans in the bottom so it would have that like heavy, saggy, cute feel. That's the idea anyways. It looks like a bunny. Or I think it will look like a bunny. What do you guys think? You think it'll look like a bunny? I think it'll be sweet. So that's what I'm doing for Easter. I don't really have anything else for Easter. I do have a half object. If you guys remember last time, I have this West Yorkshire sock yarn that I got in Blacksburg, Virginia at New River Crafts, I believe it's called. And I finished an entire sock. Yay! I think this is called an Eye of Partridge heel, I believe they did. It has a heel flap and gusset. And it's just vanilla socks, but it makes this cool design with this fabric, or with this yarn. Now, I would say it's called Fairy Lights, I believe, the pattern, or not the pattern, the yarn itself. And I think it's a Christmas colorway, but I think that it is like a marriage of Christmas and springtime, or Christmas and Easter, because it has almost a very springy colors. If you look outside at all of the colors in the garden that are blooming, I think it would totally go well with this. But I think because the red and the green, it still has a bit of a Christmassy feel to it as well. I'm enjoying that. It's so great when I just want to pick up something that's totally mindless, at least until you get to the heel. I'm knitting these on High Sharps. Goodness, what? 2.25 millimeter, so it's a US 1 knitting needles. I personally really like High Sharps, and these are the Magic Loop ones. They're really long. I have a knitting needle set of the High Sharp. I don't have it on me. I think it's like a sock yarn set, or a sock Magic Loop knitting needle set. That makes sense from them. I got it, I think last year for my birthday or something, and I liked it. So I just had the ribbing done, just a 1x1 ribbing for these. And I was going to tell you what pattern I'm using. It's a very basic pattern. I will have to find it and I will, again, put the name down. It's a free pattern for vanilla socks and it's just a 1x1 rib. Then you do stockinette stitch until you get to the heel. And then it's a heel flap and gusset. It has like, what do you call it? Garter stitch right here for a couple of stitches. Right next to the heel, which is that Eye of Partridge heel. I don't know how well you can see it since it has a patterning on it. I did not do any contrasting heel and toe on these. I just used this yarn. But I think it actually turned out fine in terms of the pattern. It didn't change the pattern that much. This blue is a little bit shorter, but that's about it. And then I thought it kind of ended up cool in the back because all of the pink is right there in this little triangle, which I thought that turned out cool. I don't know if the second sock will turn out that well or not. We will see. Next thing. I did find white. This is after I started this bunny. So I'm thinking about doing my third bunny in white if I have time. Crossing my fingers for that. So my next item, and I think my last item for today, is, I don't know if I've showed you guys this or not. I think I might have last time. I am testing a pattern of mine that I made a while ago, maybe last fall, and I made myself a sweater out of alpaca from Knit Picks, and I really like it. And I wrote the pattern, almost all of the pattern, except for the sleeves. And then I put it down for a while. And so I think it's kind of hard for me to put down pattern writing and then pick it back up, and I kind of get lost. So I decided that I would take what I've written and just attempt to knit another sweater from it. And I'm doing it in a size smaller actually than what I did for myself. And I found just yarn I had left over. I had made something that I decided I didn't really like, so I ripped it out. And I love this color of yarn. And I had left over this Cranberries in the Snow. And so I'm using that by Sweet Georgia here. And so it makes a very faded pattern where my color work is. And then the turquoise color is Knit Picks, I want to say Hawthorn. Yarn, kettle dye. I think it's a kettle dyed Hawthorn. Like 75-25 wool nylon, I think. All fingering weight. And after I got through with the color work section, it's just stockinette for the bottom. And so that's also very soothing. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't had as much brain space to do the complicated stuff lately. I thought it would be the opposite, not having to go places and tote my kids all over town 24/7, I feel like. But now that we're home all the time, I feel like it's almost the opposite. I don't feel like I have quite as much time to knit or the brain space to do it. And I think that might be because I was used to going and I would drop off my kids and then I would wait, or do an errand and then have 20-30 minutes to wait to pick them up, or else just like sit. I would sit in my daughter's viola class and listen and knit, and I didn't have my kids like interrupting me the whole time during that. So it would give me like these little blocks of time where I could like focus on my knitting, whereas now I'm home, and so there's always something else that I should be doing, like cleaning or cooking all the time, I feel like. Or they're interrupting me all the time because they need something to do, or they have questions about stuff, or they want to do a craft, or they want to help. So I feel like I've actually had less time and less brain space to do something a little more involved. So these projects that are at stockinette, like this one and my sock, have been really good. So I don't know about you guys. Please tell me what you guys think below. If this whole Corona thing has made you want like that comfort, soothing, relaxing knitting, or if you've been able to have the brain space to tackle something new and exciting and challenging. And I guess it could be different depending on what your situation is. If you're home and you have work at home, or if you're home and you don't have kids and you have some free time. I think emotionally too, I've been craving kind of that soothing, non-stressful knitting. So it's interesting how what's going on affects people. And I think that you can not realize it's affecting you till like the end of your week or whatever, and you look back and you're like, I've just been just not totally at peace, I guess. I don't know. It's like an underlying stress of things, even if it doesn't affect you directly in terms of health right now. Anyways, back to knitting. I like this. I think it's very interesting the way this color work is turning out, or it did turn out, because it's so like modeled. I don't know if that's even the right word for it. It's not defined. In my first one, it was a black on a like a camel color, and it was the color was very defined and geometric. Whereas this, it's kind of almost just like adding some blotches of color in there. You can kind of see the pattern, but it's very kind of broken up because of the way the this color worked with the turquoise. So I'm excited about this. I think it's turning out nice, and I'm excited to knit it up in wool as opposed to the alpaca, just to see the difference between the two, and to be able to tell you guys in the pattern how it knit up, and have pictures of both types of yarn in it. All right, I actually don't have anything else with me at the moment, so I guess I will talk to you guys later. The next thing I really want to tackle, the two things that are like hanging over my head and I just haven't like made myself do them, I guess, is steeking my Ramblin' Woman. That's high on my to-do list that I just haven't carved out the time to do it, because I need to sew the steek because it's acrylic, and then cut it. And I really want to record it too, so that adds another layer of kind of carving out time and space and quiet to do it. And then that cowl by Hohe, the Midsummer Haze, I still want to put my fringe on that. And honestly, I don't know if I'll wear it without fringe. I like the cowl, and I think I had it finished last time and showed it on here, but I just don't think I'll really wear it without the fringe. I don't know why. Maybe if I needed to wear a coat, I might wear it, but I think with the fringe, I think I would wear it more. We'll see. So those are my two things that I really feel like I really want to do and I need to do, and hopefully I'll do them soon. Anyways, I hope you guys are staying healthy and staying well, and mentally just staying at peace. I'm praying for everyone, both those who are sick and who are not sick, and those who are going through this and have financial trouble as well. I know that's an issue for a lot of people too. So I'm praying for everyone, and I know that we will get through this, and that we will come out of this on the other side, and we will be a more educated nation in terms of how to handle things like this, I believe. So keep praying for everyone, and sending well wishes y'all's way. Bye.